Now, first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording that screen right there. So why am I recording my laptop screen? And so this way you can see the incredible app that's included. What are we talking about? We are talking about the Maono PD200W hybrid. Now, this is a wireless podcasting microphone or vlogging microphone, because a lot of people who watch my videos do a lot of vlogging. Now, just like all podcasts, you do want to record them to your best of your ability and put on a good show. And doing that with a microphone in front of you is a great way to go. So first, what we're going to start is by actually screen capturing the app. Yes, this thing comes with an app, and that app is going to be on your computer. I've got noise cancellation on. I'm going to turn that off, and you're going to see a big difference. What you've been listening to so far is me with noise canceling option on, and it's trying to real time capture the background noise canceling, and you can make those adjustments for yourself and decide how good that's going to be. Now, if we look up here, I tend to not have noise canceling on because I have other ways to address that problem. But you can. It's as simple as that. That's why the PD200W hybrid is so important. We're going to cover all these features here, but I do want you to see some of the cool things that I've learned right off the hop. Now, I've been using this for a little while, and you can tell that because I had it full charge, and now it's, guess what, 56% at the charge here. So that's very, very important. And you're going to notice that the app has a whole bunch of things. Now, if you're in the initial stage, if you're buying this and you're new to this and it's like the first time and it's very, very recent, and because of course, for this app to work, it needs to have access to the microphone. It needs to control the app itself. It needs to have connectivity with your other software program to make the mic work. So of course your security systems are going to say, hey, that might be an issue. But of course with this, we know why we're using it that way. We know how we're using it that way. So those are all very good things. Now, again, this company has come so far in such a short period of time. This is a fourth microphone over the span of, let's say, 4 years that I've reviewed for them. So let's cover some of the exciting features about this microphone compared to what I've covered in the past. Everything I did in the past were all USB microphones. Yes, they were. They were connected via USB directly to the computer, and they were all condenser microphones, which meant you had to be very careful about the environment you were in, and you heard an awful lot of background stuff going on. If there's anything else going on, like the fans running or HVAC running, stuff like that was constantly an issue. So this is a hyperdynamic microphone, and I think it is a hyperdynamic by its design and the amount of gain it can have and the amount of distance I can have off the microphone. It takes all the settings very, very well. Again, if we look at the app, and now the app is meant to be used either via USB or via the wireless adapter, which is going to be our next conversation. So here we are looking at the actual unit right here, and has microphone gain on it. Now, right now I have it set to 31 to 50 centimeters, which is roughly, they like to say between 12 to 16 inches away. But I tend to be a little bit closer because I'm recording it on Audacity, and I tend to find that to be pretty good. Now, you can gain control it up if you want it to be further away from it, but it does give you some leeway to get back and forth in and out of the microphone. Now, if I turn this down, as I'm going to do here, look at this. So now this is right on top of the microphone. They want me to be closer. And of course, you can go all the way off, but look at that. It's real time. It's real response. I can go all the way up, but watch what happens when I go all the way up. I can go all the way up, and now I can move away from this microphone a pretty good distance without having to worry about it. So I'm going to bring it back down to 17 because that's where I've been practicing and using it with and trying it with other software programs. So this has been very, very good. You have independent headphone control when using the app, which is really cool. And of course, there's your noise cancellation, and then you have some other features. Then your monitor output, you can choose how you're going to hear it. Is it going to be between the computers? So if you have something like me, like a mixer plug, then you can listen to it via there or here. Your choice. You can have both or just one. If I do this, I won't hear it anymore. My headphones are off. Just like that. Headphones are off just like that. So, and again, you have the ability to record directly onto the unit, though I haven't really tried that feature out yet because, again, I need these files on Audacity so I can run them and a whole bunch of other stuff that I have. But let's talk about 3 great ways. Now, this is a hybrid. So a hybrid is going to have a bunch of multiples. And why is it a hybrid? Because it has a wireless system. So if you've ever used anything like a Rode system, like these Go systems, or maybe you've used them for some of the other manufacturers, right? So that's where you get two wireless receivers. This is top of the line stuff for me, by the way. It was a huge investment. I'm really proud that I got to the point where I was happy to buy that. And it comes with one receiver. And those do a bunch of extra things for them for all that extra money. But the technology, that's two transmitters with one receiver. So transmitters, the microphones you wear on you. This microphone has a built-in wireless transmitter in it. Very cool. And it goes to the receiver adapter. Now, the receiver adapter is very smart. Though you're buying one mic set when you're buying it, that receiver adapter can handle two mics on it. So you can buy two kits. And for the price point they sell this at, buying two kits is not any extreme measure financial burden, regardless of using it for podcasting or using it for vlogging. It's a very reasonably priced microphone, and quite often you might be able to get it on sale. Now, that's the wireless connection, and the wireless connection has got some extraordinary distance. I've gone everywhere in the studio with it, not a problem. Now, as distance go, I'm going to say you're pretty easy to get yourself at least 30, 40 feet away from the actual transmitting microphones to the receiver. That receiver, by the way, can operate on your phone or on your actual PC. And depending on the setup you have, it may even work on your iPhone. Just make sure you get the right package set up for your iPhone. It's all listed there in the actual ads. So not hard on that one. Now, again, when it comes to gain controls, that's going to be all controlled regardless if it's wireless or not. And this is the not part. Not part, you can traditionally have this hooked up via USB cable. They give you one. You can get any kind that you want, but there is included in the box, besides that transmitter, you're going to get a USB cable, and that USB cable is USB-C to USB-C with an adapter to go to USB, which is awesome. So again, this is how you're going to get it to work on your Mac or on your PC or your laptop. The way I have it here is not a big deal. And again, the wireless transmitter, to make sure it fits, comes with a short adapter cable. So this way you can use it with the adapter tail, which also has a USB female to male end to it, plus has the adapter on it as well. And the wireless transmitter itself has a USB-C female port on it, so you can jump through it. So it's got a male and a female. So regardless if you were hooking it up via cable, USB-C to USB-C, you can make the adapter work. Or if you're hooking it up straight in or any adapter use you want, the combos are completely included. So you'll always be able to get that to fit in whatever hardware you have. As long as there's a USB or USB-C, it's going to work. Now, the third way is your traditional XLR output connection in the back of the unit. Now, that's going to go to any of your mixing boards or audio interfaces, and you can use it in a traditional sense. Very, very smart. And you can use both at the same time. So if you need to do something and record it or have it go out live via your phone or your laptop, but you also want to record it on a separate system or on your mixing board, console, that sort of thing. If you have a Zoom recorder, that sort of thing, and you want to make that happen there, you can do that. All of that is available to you because this unit has all three options when it comes to connecting it. The wireless, which is what I'm doing right now, or the USB-C, or the XLR, and a lot of those options can be matched to go together. I can use the XLR and the wireless, or the XLR and the USB-C at the same time. Very, very impressive. Again, I love that feature. That's why you're going to see this on my table a lot. Now, of course, the company was nice enough to supply me with a bunch of information on their products, more than what you would normally see, but their website is very, very detailed. Now, of course, when I use it, I want to see how long the battery works for, and it takes a while for that to happen. Again, I'm down to what now? I'm down to 54%. So I've only lost 2 to 3% since starting this actual video. So it's not very much of a power consumption system. Now, other features that are important to note is the fact that this unit here has a solid dB rating. So you're going to go at a recording rate of 48 kilohertz at 24 bits, and it has an 82 dB sensitivity rating. It response rating of 128 dBs. It's very, very good. It's got fine-tuning EQ adjustments, which I found inside the system, which was really, really fun to use. And there's a whole bunch of other great things. So again, this unit here has 3-stage noise cancellation. So you have the ability through the app to adjust it. So this way you're going to look at a -5, -10, -30 dB. And it's an echo tamping system, which is going to get rid of any humming, background noise, or chatter that you hear in the background, or again, mechanical sounds. does that too. That's very, very important. Some of the cool things, these are toys that are on the unit, is this actual light control that's right here. They give you the option to have it on or off, which is really straightforward. But they also give you the option to have it any color, and then you can use that color to designate if you're having the mic on or off. So this way the color changes depending on how you're using it, which again is very, very cool. The actual sponge is more of a fabric material they use now, which is very, very high quality. When you touch it and you feel it and you speak into it, you can feel the smoothness of the sound that goes through that actual microphone. It's not as spongy as a regular microphone. It has more of a felt fabric-y type sense to it. It's got the right density. It takes away the puffiness in my voice, which is really good. It gets rid of a lot of the slurs, the S's, the roll-offs, that sort of thing. Very nice. So I do appreciate those kind of things. So originally when I started with it, I did have a whole bunch of negative things, and they all kind of went away the minute I put the app on. So originally I had issues with the volume gain control straight on the microphone because it was controlling the headphones and the gain at the same time. But then I realized if you use the app, it goes away. That's good. It's easy to control, easy to edit and work with. The color option button's located in the back. So it just took me a little bit of time to get used to what I was using. And the longer I used it, the less of the cons I had, if that makes any sense. So it became a lot easier to use the system. If you're looking for a microphone, I mean, the price point, you got to check the link. I put a link there for you at the bottom. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see the link on the screen. It's absolutely worth taking a look at. And my favorite part, the thing that always bothers me about all these microphones is the fact that you can only use one at a time. I get a lot of people on my YouTube channel asking me, how do I get these two things to work? And I tell them, unfortunately, you can only manage one audio interface. You can have a multi-channel audio interface, but you can only have one audio interface at a time. So this guy here has a 2-channel system built in on the receiving end on the wireless. Yes. And that means I can have 2 of these microphones functioning at the same time, independently controlled. That's a big win here. So what normally would be a con on all these microphones is absolutely not here because of that wireless connectivity, having the 2 channels. So the things that bother me, I like cutting the cord when I can, which is why I bought the Rode. It gets rid of the cord for me, and it's easy to use, and it's simple to operate, and it does everything, and it sounds great. I do like the sound of a hyperdynamic microphone. So this microphone to me is better than this microphone. Now, of course, I have to pay more attention to my placement and how I talk and all of that. But if I'm using it for a podcast or if I'm using it for vlogging, this is a sweet way to go. Convenient, sounds better. That's why I like this guy. If they didn't send it to me, would I bought it? I have a lot of gear already, but I think I might buy something like this if I didn't have it, because my wife's also part of the podcast that I do, because I don't just do this channel. I have other podcasts that I do, and I'm doing that with my wife. And this is 100 times easier for her to manage than anything else I have. This is definitely going to be what she has at her desk, because we amazingly enough do not record it in the same room. She has an office. I have the studio. And to make sure that everything sounds good and sounds balanced, she records remotely. We use Riverside to do both. And the whole thing gets uploaded at the same time. So we want to have the best, easiest sound connectivity to the internet. And that's what this is going to do for us. So she's definitely going to get it. So if you're asking, Robin, would you buy it? I would definitely have bought it for my wife. I might not have bought it right now. But I definitely would have banged my head against the wall enough and wanted to make my wife's life easy enough that I would have gotten it. Because look at this. I plugged the headphone right into the back. This is it. This is all. This is going to be so easy for her to use, and it sounds great. So there you go. Yes, they sent me the microphone. Yes, I get it for free. Thank you very much. I want to say that to them as well. And I wouldn't make these videos. I just offered to send it back, but I didn't like the product. So if you ask me, do I like it because they gave it to me? I like that they gave it to me. I'm just happy that I have it because it's actually really good. So Again, with a lot of the things that companies supply me, I get to use them on an active basis. I'm lucky enough, I'm fortunate enough to have a YouTube channel that's popular enough that companies trust me to work with them. So that's very, very important. But do understand that occasionally I get stuff that I don't like, or I get offered stuff like they just send me emails and I just say, no, thank you. It's not my cup of tea. And I'm just trying to be polite. In this case, these guys have never really let me down. Their price points have always been so good compared to going to big box retail. And this isn't like a powered speaker or a big amplifier. This is going to work for you for many, many years. I don't see a mechanical reason for this to fail, because there is no mechanical reason. Accidental abuse, if you dropped it one too many times, I guess that would be the problem. But outside of that, it's awesome. Anyways, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Remember to hit the links. Remember to subscribe if you really like to. I mean, I appreciate that. And hopefully there's another video for you to watch. If not, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.